up to each of us to win. It's not a matter of like someone liking you more or being better equipped because of a previous career. Really, everyone starts here day one from the same place. And what you do with this opportunity is entirely up to you. So plug in, figure out what you need to improve on, and reach out and get it. This opportunity is not going to be handed to you by any means, which means it feels even better when you earn it. So find what you need. If you're struggling with getting appointments booked, record your script and send it to your mentor and see if there's any feedback. Jump on a dial room, listen to other people dial, ask for recordings. I've got lots of recordings of me dialing. I know a lot of the leaders have the same. So reach out and find out what maybe you're missing. It's always just one little thing that's just getting you that next step. So do what you got to do to win here. That's what it takes is up to you. And on that note, I did some thinking over the week and weekend, and I pulled from a couple of different things that I had listened to or read or thought about, and I came up with the formula to win at anything. So yes, of course here, but anything. This is the formula to do that. So we're going to be a little bit, maybe not so much interactive, but this will require some writing. This will require some thinking. So make sure you've got a notebook, something to write with, preferably as well. I have a thing of lipstick here that works too, whatever you write with, but make sure you've got that because this is going to be one of those exercises that if you lean into it, you're going to get something out of it. If you don't, you won't. So it's up to you. But the formula to win at anything, the first piece of this, the first ingredient, if you will, Hunter, is it starts with the reasons. You have to find your reasons for doing what you're doing at anything. So let's look at this opportunity. Let's look at symmetry. Let's look at this business. Why are you here? Right now, on this call, why are you here? What are you fighting for? Answer that on your sheet of paper. What is it that you're wanting to get out of this? What is the struggle for? What's at the end? What do you want? What do you envision? Is it to be able to leave a job that you're at right now and get your time back? Is it to eliminate the commute, getting up early, putting on really uncomfortable work clothes, sitting in a car for 45 minutes, going to an office and an uncomfortable desk with no windows and a boss telling you what to do all day? Is it something you want to stop doing? Is it to be able to give your kids every opportunity that you want to be able to give them? Is it to be able to retire in 10 years and travel around the world? Write it out. What is it? It could be huge, could be little right now, could be something that you grow on, doesn't have to be perfect. It might change. Your reasons here might change. When I started, my reasons were not having to leave my house. I had just moved to Chicago and I was kind of scared, didn't want to leave that much. I didn't want to have to take out my nose rings, so I knew the accounting field wasn't going to be for me. And I also wanted to make six figures. Those are my three criteria. Now, 4 years later, things have changed. I've got a little bit broader of a reason, being able to stay home with my kid, being able to see everything, not have to put him in daycare, not have to fork over another few $1,000s to do that, be able to pick up and go wherever we want. A big goal was to be able to essentially retire Hunter and have him come here and do what he wants to do, when he wants to do it, cook for who he wants. So what is it? Why are you here? What are your reasons? Write them out. Stick them where you can see them every day. Behind your desk, on your mirror. Put them in a Ziploc baggie and put them in your shower, Mama Margot. What are your reasons and where are you going to see them every day? And the point is for this is you're going to be tested here. You're going to have opportunities and times where you're struggling and you're going to call into question what you're doing and why you're doing it. That's what happens when it gets hard. You start to have that shield of, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know what's in front of me. I can't see the next step. It's too cloudy. And you start to lose that drive, that vision. So keep that vision in front of you. Refer to it in those moments of struggle because that's going to keep you going. That's going to keep you moving. You're going to realize that this is worth it. And we'll get to that here. But write it out. That's your first step. Why are you here? Could be big, could be small, could be a lot of things, could be one thing. The next step in this is to fix the attitude. This is going to be crucial for growth and evolution. How you currently think is what got you to where you are right now. How your mindset is, how you interpret things, how you internalize the world around you. That's what got you to where you are here today. But to get to that reason down the road, you have to grow. You have to become that person. And attitude's going to dictate that. How you view things is 100% going to be how you dictate it. I've heard it before, and I'll say it again here. This business is 90% mental, 10% skills that you learn, 90% mental. What's going to dictate a successful day and a not successful day is whether or not you make yourself show up and dial, whether you make yourself show up to a team call, whether you make yourself sit there on the phone until you book your 12 appointments that you need to do for the week. That's a mindset thing. That's not a skill thing. So we got to fix that attitude. Now, there's a few ways to do that. And again, attitude's going to handle or dictate how you handle rejection, setbacks, struggle. This is going to decide for you how you bounce back, and even if you bounce back from a downfall, from a challenge, which you will face here, is inevitable. So, how to fix an attitude. You do this without self-judgment, okay? These next few steps are not about judging yourself. They're not about feeling bad about yourself. This is about creating a baseline of where we are. What's got us to here? What are we working with so that we know what we need to slightly improve to take us to that next level? So the first step, and this comes from John Maxwell, the first step is to identify your problem feelings. What attitudes make you feel the most negative about yourself? Usually feelings can be sensed before the problem is clarified. So what feelings, and write these down, this is important. What feelings pop up for you that make you feel icky about yourself, about a situation? Maybe guilt, maybe fear, maybe depression, anxiety, comparison, resentment, jealousy. What sorts of feelings pop up? We're all human. We all experience these, but what ones make you feel the most negative about yourself? The next step, identify problem behavior. What attitudes cause you the most problems when dealing with others? What sets you off in somebody? What pushes your buttons when you're interacting with somebody else? Is it negativity? Is it a lack of humility? They say what irritates us in other people is something that we secretly are kind of upset about in ourselves. Something that kind of tweaks us a little bit, thinking, oh, I don't like how arrogant that person is. Maybe it's because I feel like I have an ego that I need to check, and that's why that bothers me so much. I don't appreciate how negative this person is. Maybe it's because I am a little bit self-conscious about how negative I think I am, and I could fix that in myself. So identify that. What problem behaviors cause you the most problems with other people? The third step, identify problem thinking. So what are the sum of our thoughts? What thoughts are consistently controlling your mind throughout the day? We all kind of have a series of thoughts that we repeat to ourselves over and over and over again throughout the day. What are those? Write them out. Get them out on paper and write as many as you can think of. Again, this is not about judgment. We're not sharing these with anyone. You can write this out and then burn it. That's okay. In fact, maybe you should. That could be therapeutic. Write this out. Write everything, that stream of consciousness that you have throughout the day. Is it, I don't think this is going to work. I don't think I'm going to be able to show up for my family. I'm not good enough. This can't work for me. Nothing works for me. Is it positive stuff? Write that stuff down too. Is it, I'm excited. This is going to be so cool. I can't wait to see what my life looks like in a year. Write down it all. A lot of humans, our general thought process, especially when we're at this stage before we really grow, a lot of what we think about is negative. That's why this exercise is important. So think about and write down what you're thinking about. Step 4, clarify truth. This is where it gets pretty epic, y'all. So to know how to change, you have to examine your feelings in light of the truth. What do they tell you about how your attitude should be? How do you feel you should change your attitude now that you've held up that mirror? So now that you have faced what feelings and attitudes in yourself cause you to feel not proud of yourself or not pumped to be you at that moment, what problems in others' behavior set you off? What are you generally thinking about throughout the day? What's that stream of consciousness saying to you? And what should it say? That's the clarify the truth. What should it say? For example, if it's, I don't think I can do this. I'm not good enough. This isn't going to work for me. If that's kind of the general theme of what one thinks here, how do we clarify that truth? We question it. Why wouldn't this work for me? What is it about me that would make this not work? What do I have to change in that thought process to make this work? I have to change how I think. I have to believe that this will work. And I have to back it up with my actions. I have to show up for myself. And I have to decide for myself whether or not this is going to work through my activity, not through my inactivity. What else? What else can we fix here? What if your streaming thoughts are, what if they're, I'm jealous, or I compare myself to other people. Someone has the life that I want here. I've seen it on team calls. I've seen it somewhere. Someone else has what I want, and I'm jealous, and I'm a little bit resentful that they have it and I don't. That's a very normal human feeling. What's a clarifying truth there? Why don't I have that yet? What have they done that I still need to do to get there? Who says that because someone else has that, I can't have it too? It's not a if you win, I lose sort of situation. Everyone can win, and it's up to each person whether or not they win. So what can I do? What can I do to get there? What can I learn from that person? How can I fix my attitude to get to be where they are? What kind of attitude do they have that I can embody? And maybe it doesn't feel totally natural at first, but if I practice and I show up and I change that stream of consciousness every time I feel it popping up and I switch it to what I want it to be, it's going to start becoming natural. What can I do to fix it? How do I need to think to get there? The last step, secure the commitment. Now that you've clarified some truth as far as what you're doing and what you should be doing, what you know intuitively you need to do to fix this mindset and make it work for you, instead of asking yourself at this point, what do I do to change? You make the commitment of, I must change. I must make a decision. I must commit. Nothing improves for me until I make the commitment to improve myself. Otherwise, if you're saying, I should do this now, and that's where you leave it, that means you're giving yourself an out down the road. We'll see, maybe, I'll find out. Those are ways of tricking yourself to think that you can back out if you want to down the road. And when it gets hard, if you haven't committed to yourself to change and to grow, you're going to falter. You're going to back out. So commit, make that decision today that you want to change because you know it's going to bring you everything that you want. And it's the only way to get everything that you want, to become that person that can handle that life. Only you can make that choice. So all you have to do is say, I commit to changing. I commit to growing. I commit to being a positive, excited, enthusiastic person who refers to my reasons daily because I know that if I stick it out, that's what I'm going to get. Act on your decisions immediately. Know how you need to change. You know, we all know what we need to do. We all know if we need to be a little bit more positive in our day, we need to start our day with more positivity. And we need to keep fueling that throughout the day. We know that. We know what we need to do to change. Make that decision today and practice it every day. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be a straight upward line either. There's going to be a little bit of this as we go, and that's okay. That's what learning is about. That's what growth is about. But if the commitment's there to go up, you're going to go up. The last piece of this equation is the worth it reminder. Is it worth it? Right now feels good because we've identified something about ourselves. Maybe we were aware of, maybe not. We're excited because we know that our reasons are there. We know we have a purpose. We know what we're doing. We know what we're fighting for. We know what we need to do now to fix up here to get us there. But the thing is, again, the journey is going to look like this. What happens when you're on the down part before you go up again? You start to question, this is hard. Is it worth it? I'm not growing fast enough. I'm not moving fast enough. I'm not as far as I thought I would be. It's been 6 months since that call on September 30th, and I'm not where I thought I would be. Is it worth it? This is too hard. I haven't been able to leave my job yet. I don't know if I'm ever going to get there. Some of these questions are going to start to creep into your mind. And that's why this piece is so important. Remind yourself what worth it means. Worth it means never worrying about a price tag again. Worth it means getting to go to every single soccer game, every single doctor's appointment, every single piano recital, every single choir concert, everything. You get to go to everything that you want to. It means spending your day exactly how you want to. It means waking up in the morning with a clean slate, knowing you can do whatever you want today and you don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about someone else telling you where you should and should not be, unless it's your spouse. You should probably listen to them sometimes, but otherwise, no bosses. Worth it means a choice, but based on what you want. Again, not what you have to do because the boss has dictated that for you or circumstances have dictated that for you. Worth it means experiencing the best of life with those you want to experience it with. The pure, good, relaxed, present moments of life. Not the moments of being afraid that you're not going to make your water bill next month, or the car payment, or how you're going to pay for private school. You get to enjoy moments without those thoughts. Worth it means setting yourself, your kids, your grandkids' kids up for life. It means making that change, being that person that changes your family's trajectory. Worth it means impacting others everywhere you go. Worth it means being able to leave generous tips at restaurants. It means being able to create job opportunities and have someone work for a really awesome boss like you. Worth it means being able to choose charity organizations to drastically impact. It means creating organizations. It means shaping the children in your life. It means shaping those around you. If you're that bright light in someone's life, people are going to gravitate towards you. And you know what happens? They're going to start to realize that they can grow and they can change and they can become that bright light too. Imagine if we have a world full of bright lights, what that's going to do. Worth it means having a yes life. It means saying yes to what you want, being able to say yes to more things that you want. Worth it means having the pride that you created your life. You are fulfilling your fullest potential. You are becoming the best version of yourself, the one that has that magic, that light to them. Worth it means you have developed this in yourself. No one's given it to you. No one's handed it to you. You've earned it. There's no stronger sense of pride and humility that comes with earning something like that, earning the life that you have, building it through time, effort, energy. Worth it means becoming that person who has natural charisma because you're self-assured, because you're happy, and because you're present. So again, the winning formula, you got to have the reason. What got you here today? What started it? Big or small? Lots or maybe just one reason. What is it? The attitude. How do we get to the next step? What do we need to adjust in ourselves to move forward? And then the worth it reminder. What is this all for? In those moments of questioning, in those moments of fear, in those moments of panic, what is the worth it going to be for us? And I want us all to notate something here. Everything I shared in the worth it reminder section, that can be available to everyone. Anyone can win here. Anyone can have all of that. The only difference between those who end up getting it and those who don't, step number 2, the attitude. That's the only difference. That's why it's in the middle. You have to fix up here. You have to channel it in a way that's going to help you. This is our most powerful tool that we have, is our mind, how we think, what we do with our time. And what we do with our time dictates what's going on up here. So with that, Hunter, anything to add?
I feel like to add would to subtract a large part at this point. I see Tom agreeing with me, so I'll keep this short and sweet. Guys, the biggest message here I think to take away is look at that reason that you wrote down at the beginning of this call. And right under that, and make a little note about what you would be willing to do and how long you would be willing to do it to achieve that. Because I know my reason. And prior to Symmetry, I was willing and did work 14, 16 hours a day in a really unpleasant environment that destroyed a lot of my positivity and my attitude in order to try to make that life possible. And I was willing to continue to do that for another 20 years until I found something better. So we talked about goals earlier in this call. If you missed your goal this last month, would you be willing to work for another 30-day period with a little different attitude, with a little different mindset? Would you be willing to put in another 30 days to get that goal next month and move yourself one step forward to where you want to be? If you want something in 1 year and it happens in 2 years instead, is that the end of the world? What would you be willing to do, and how long would you be willing to do it to achieve that goal? And then compare that to what you have to do to succeed here. That's it.
Have a great Monday, you guys. Have a great week. We're here if you need us. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time. Bye, y'all.
Bye,
Stay safe
y'all.
there, everybody.